welcome to the Speeding Bulletin. My name is Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com. This is all the Superman related news there was during the week September 12th to September 18th, 2008. The only movie related news of note this week was the MTV.com article in which Brett Ratner talks about the Superman movie he wanted to make based on a script by J.J. Abrams. He said, "The original movie I was going to be a part of took place on Krypton for about half of the movie, so it was much more otherworldly and much darker. Because there was a civil war on Krypton, you'd get more of the history." Warner Home Video held their annual Home Theatre Forum chat regarding television shows and animation on DVD, and several Superman projects were asked about. Warner's revealed that their goal is to release the entire DC Comics library at some point. However, there are no plans to release the remainder of the Superboy TV series to DVD at this point in time. The premiere episode of Season 8 of Smallville, titled Odyssey, aired in the US on Thursday of this week. In the 8th season opener, the Justice League searches for Clark, but is stymied by the new CEO of Luthor Corp, Tess Mercer, and Chloe is held prisoner by a group who have discovered her powers, while Clark has been stripped of his by Jor-El. Look for our episode guide and reviews in the next few days. The CW released a large number of photos from the first 3 episodes of Season 8 of Smallville, as well as a handful of video clips from the premiere episode. Episode 2 is titled Plastique and will air on Thursday, September 25th, while the 3rd episode, to air on October 2nd, is titled Toxic. With Season 8 kicking off this week, there was a stack of interviews with Smallville cast members around the web. TVGuide.com spoke with Erica Durance, as did IGN.com, who also spoke with Alison Mack, Aaron Ashmore and Sam Witwer. Metro.co.uk posted an interview with Kristen Crook discussing her departure from the show. BuddyTV.com posted video interviews with both Erica, Aaron and Cassidy Freeman to answer questions posted by fans, while StarryMag.com caught up with Sam Witwer to talk to him about his role as Davis Bloom, and Aaron Ashmore to talk about Jimmy Olsen. EW's Osiello reveals that Smallville is putting the finishing touches on 2 of the biggest episodes in years, episodes 10 and 11. The former marks the return of Lana, while the latter is being penned by celebrated comic book writer Jeff Johns. And finally, Smallville won an Emmy for Outstanding Sound Editing for a Series at the 60th Annual Primetime Emmy Awards. The Sound Editing Emmy was awarded for the Season 7 episode Bizarro. Congratulations to all those involved. DC Comics released their December 2008 solicitations, and the Superman homepage highlighted all the Superman-related comics and products listed. Of particular interest was the Christopher Reeve as Superman statue. Look for all those products in December. Newsarama.com spoke with artist Frank Quitely about All-Star Superman now that the 12-issue series has come to a conclusion, and not to be outdone, comicbookresources.com also posted an article about Quitely and his run on the series, while Grant Morrison told wizarduniverse.com what his favourite Man of Steel moments and stories from the Last Son's long history are. Superman homepage writer Adam DeChannel caught up with the Legion of Superheroes in the 31st Century writer Jay Torres to ask him about his latest and final story for the comic book series, while Jason LaRouche posted his Superman homepage interview with artist Mark Bagley from the recent Fan Expo in Toronto, where they discussed his work on the weekly comic book series Trinity. Comic books we reviewed this week included Trinity number 15, which was reviewed by our own Trinity, Neal, Jeffrey and Barry, with Neal and Barry giving this issue a 2 out of 5, while Jeffrey only felt it deserved a 1 out of 5. Adam DeChannel reviewed Legion of Superheroes in the 31st Century number 18, saying, "Just as the book is about to be cancelled, they amp up the story," and he rated it a 5 out of 5. Super Friends number 7 was also reviewed by Adam, who gave it a 3 out of 5, saying, "Great for preaching, not so great for a book." Superman comics shipping this week from September 17th include Action Comics 869, All-Star Superman number 12, Brave and the Bold number 17 features Supergirl, DC Universe Decisions number 1, DC Wildstorm Dream War number 6, Tangent Superman's Reign number 7, Tiny Titans number 8, Trinity number 16, Justice League of America The Tornado's Path trade paperback, Superman Kryptonite hardcover, All-Star Series #1, Super Lois action figure, and Superman action figure. Midway announced the complete cast of characters for Mortal Kombat vs DC Universe. The game will be released in November for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. The complete DC Universe list of characters are Batman, Superman, Catwoman, Green Lantern, the Joker, Shazam, The Flash, Wonder Woman, Deathstroke, Lex Luthor, and Darkseid. Speaking of video games, Sony Online Entertainment has announced that Geoff Johns has joined Jim Lee on the production of the DC Universe Online MMO as a writer. In an interview posted at comicbookresources.com, Geoff Johns hints at crossovers between the comics and the game. Voices from Krypton.com conducted an audio interview with author Kevin J. Anderson about his new upcoming novel First Encounter, which, set in the 1950s, examines the first meeting between Superman and Batman. Six Flags New England announced this week that it plans to reinvent Superman Ride of Steel, which has already been named the best steel coaster in the world. In 2009, the Superman ride will be redesigned with imaginative special effects and newly renovated trains. The adventure will send riders up 20 stories while flying through fog banks, fire bursts, and heart-pumping audio for 3 minutes and 22 seconds of extreme thrills. The transformation will be complete by Memorial Day. Superman homepage reviewer James Lance continues reviewing story arcs from the 1940s Superman radio series. This week he examined the disappearance of Clark Kent story. And for those of you local to the Pacific Northwest of the US, there's a convention going on in Bellingham where Neal Bailey will be attending on behalf of the Superman homepage. It's the second annual BellCon on September 27th. And that's all the Superman related news there was for the week, September 12th to September 18th. I'm Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com.
Hi everybody, I'm here to talk about Soda Pop Gate. Dun dun dun! Yeah, I know, we didn't really report on it, I don't think. But we might have by now. Superman and his father are sharing a soda pop after dinner while the little ladies sit there on the porch. Controversy, of course, being that they photoshopped it real quick so that it went from beer, or what could have been root beer, to soda pop, because of the absolute horrible reaction everyone would have if Superman were drinking beer with his father as the sun sets. They're not ticked off that there's a potentiality that this cover might indicate something. They're not ticked off that Superman is standing out in the middle of the open with his shirt open. They're ticked off that he's drinking beer. Wow. Now, these are the same people that would not have given a crap when they read the Marv Wolfman novelization, where Superman actually and then goes flying and still feels a little drunk. Yeah, I think that it's a debatable issue whether Superman would drink or should drink in front of people, but censorship,